A few weeks ago in Damascus, we set out to meet a small group of activists. They gather in secret safe houses throughout the city and asked us not to use their real names. Maria used to demonstrate until she claims she nearly died during a confrontation with defenders of the regime. At first, the security forces fired tear gas, she recalls. Some people collapsed, and they were shot. Sana, a lawyer, was briefly detained and released unharmed. Some of her friends are in custody or risk being detained, and they say they need her to work behind the scenes to get them out of jail. And so they debate and strategize. The demonstrations are ongoing, but the volume of people who are against the regime isn't entirely clear because many are hesitant, Mohammed admits. Hesitant because they are afraid of being killed or detained, and because of the unknown. The concept of change is strange, Milan elaborates. The group is both Muslim and Christian and insist the country won't descend into sectarian warfare should the regime fall. In many cities, when there is a martyr, Maria says, you hear, there is no God but God. And you also hear church bells. You cannot imagine how strong the unity is. Pressure from the street must continue, this group argues. The people have spoken, they say. The country cannot go back to what it was. And gradual change, they argue, will prevent chaos. Others may have different views. They may talk about negotiations, dialogue, toppling the regime, Maria says. But for us, what counts is reaching a civil democratic society where each citizen has rights. On paper, the reforms they are demanding are the same as those the government promises. And as Sana says, if those demands are met, then eventually the regime will change. What is preventing the president from saying he will step down in 3 months and allow different parties to run in elections, Mohammed questions. Until there is drastic action like this, they say, they won't believe the regime is not lying when it talks about change. Arwa Damon, CNN, Damascus.